my name is Sarah and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. This is my first video and I really appreciate you tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about my fall 2025 reads, so books that I've already read, plan to read, or are currently reading for this year. And I would love it if you could drop a comment down below and leave some of your current reads, your favorite books for the fall, or any comments or questions you might have. I'm also going to have a little vlog segment at the end so you can kind of see me reading the book that I'm currently working on and hopefully finishing it. But like I said, thank you so much for being here and let's get started. First book that I read this year is The Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, and this is by Lori Gilmore. This is super popular, part of a series. I believe it's 3 books that she has out, 3 or 4. But this was super cute, a very easy to read fall romance, and this follows Hazel and Noah. There's a nice little kind of adventure that they go on throughout this entire book that involves a scavenger hunt. I think it's really cute that they start off as friends and become lovers. A very small town romance, very cute, and definitely some fall vibes in here for sure. I really enjoyed this. I want to say I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. My next book was a 5 out of 5. It was super cute, perfect for fall, and I highly recommend it. It is An Ancient Witch's Guide to Modern Dating by Cecilia Edward. The cover art is super cute, got painted edges on the side, and this book follows Thorn, who is an ancient witch who is working on a potion for true love, essentially, which was kind of her mother's wish before she passed away, was to finally curate the perfect potion for true love. And while Thorn is working on this potion, she accidentally sends herself 300 years into the future. And by doing so, she now is kind of stuck here in our current time, trying to navigate how to live in our current world. So, she's meeting people who don't understand that witches exist or that magic is real. And she meets all of these animal side characters who are super cute. Her familiar, who is a cat, is kind of with her along the journey. There's romance in this book, which is super adorable. And it's just amazing to see her character development while she kind of navigates our modern world. And just an amazing story, such a feel-good tale, and it was definitely a 5 out of 5 and one of my favorite books that I've ever read, period. A perfect cozy fantasy for the fall, I would say. So I highly recommend this book. And my current read for right now is Unnatural by Mia Sheridan. This is a pretty large book, so I'm still working on it. I'm about 3/4, maybe a little bit more, but I really like this book so far, and I think it's shaping up to be possibly a 5-star as well. This one follows a character named Autumn, and Autumn grew up for the first 14 years of her life actually in a hospital, unfortunately, for children who were born from drug pregnancies. So essentially their parents used drugs during their pregnancy, and now the children all have some form of health issues or developmental issues, but a lot of them are very sick. Autumn sees a lot of her childhood friends pass away while she's in this hospital, unfortunately, and she is considered one of the lucky ones. She does get to leave when she's 14. She gets better, and she makes it to adulthood, but by the time she's an adult, she starts to kind of notice some suspicious things from her childhood and has these weird memories that she wants to go back and revisit almost. And she's so brave for being able to face her childhood and also reprocess all of that information and uncover all of these secrets. And a big part of her childhood memories is this boy who she calls her Moonlight Boy. And we later know him to be a character named Sam. And Sam he's human, but he doesn't necessarily look human. And he was somebody who was very nice to her when she was a child, but her memories of him are very unique and kind of strange, to the point that you almost feel like there might be something supernatural taking place in this book. We're seeing romance, we're seeing self-discovery, and there's definitely that mystery aspect, and it's just honestly so interesting and special to see these characters navigate the world around them and discover so much about themselves and about each other while uncovering their past. So I'm really, really excited to finish this. Like I said, I'm hoping it's going to be a 5-star. I'm thinking it is, and I will be back with a full review on this once I'm finished. Next up is going to be the books that I plan to read for the fall season. So the next one looks super good. This is another kind of like dark mystery thriller possibly. And this one is called The Executioners 3. This is by Susan Dennard. And what's interesting about this one is that it doesn't have painted edges, but it does have some words on the side, which is super fascinating. And this one follows a character named Freddie. We've got a cool little map on the inside of our book. And Freddie goes to a high school where they are essentially rivals with another high school nearby. And from what I'm seeing from the synopsis, a body is found near the rival high school, and Freddie decides that she wants to look into it and discover what happened to this person. But along her journey of looking into this death of this person, she kind of starts to have these daggers pointed at her, and she wants to uncover all of these secrets. And based on the cover and the synopsis, the rivalry definitely is going to come into play. There's talk about a blood oath and a legend, so I'm interested to see how these fantasy aspects of the story tie into the real life kind of murder death aspect of it. I think this will be my next read, and again, I will give you a review as soon as I have an opinion. This book is super popular, and I saw it in Barnes & Noble for half off, and I had to grab it. It is The Reappearance of Rachel Price by Holly Jackson. I've saw a few different people talk about this before, and the aspect of this story sounded super interesting because in the thriller mystery genre, you see a lot of characters who go missing, but it's very rare that you have a character come back. So I think it's going to be very, very cool to kind of follow our character Belle while she navigates this reappearance of her mother and tries to uncover all of the details of why she was gone and what happened to her. And Holly Jackson, she slays every time. So I think it's going to be good. The next book that I got is Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice, and this is by Katie Cicatelli, I want to say. This was actually on sale at Barnes & Noble for $5 when you got a drink from Starbucks, so of course I grabbed it. It has some cute painted edges, we've got some foiled leaves on the back, and it looks like your cute small town romance, and who doesn't love a little pumpkin spice? I think it's going to be pretty similar to the Cinnamon Bun bookstore, so I'm looking forward to reading this and having another cute, cozy little romance book for the fall. Last but not least, I grabbed The Clinic by Kate Quinn. This is potentially a mystery thriller book, I'm thinking, and this follows a character named Meg. She essentially drops everything in her life to go visit this clinic where her sister Haley unfortunately passed away. Haley was a famous actress and was struggling with addiction. She went to this rehab facility where she passed, and now Meg is going there to essentially figure out what happened to her sister and uncover all these secrets. And from the synopsis, it seems like Megan is going to learn a lot about herself, her family, the world around her, this clinic, and there's going to be a lot of information that she's uncovering. I'm also very excited to read this because it is 400 pages, so I will be very proud of myself when I am done with this. And like I said with the other books, I'm hoping to do a review of all of these once I finish them, so stay tuned for that. Alright guys, well that is all of my fall 2025 reads. If you have read any of these or have any sort of opinions on any of these, please leave a comment below. I'm going to insert some footage now of the vlog portion of this video, but thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy your fall season and you have some good reads. Take care. This is Casper, and he wants you to read some good books and have a happy fall season. Okay, bye.